Oh my God.
I think the lighting is not good today. What's wrong with the lighting, my people?
What's wrong with the lighting?
What's wrong with the world, mama?
Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. I think we're adjusted. I think we're here. Hey, guys. How are you?
Dana, hello. I'm so sad
Hey,
we
Dana,
missed like
I
VIP
know.
time today.
I know that we didn't tell you guys for the simple fact that we knew how much we had to get done, and we actually did more than what we had to do. Yeah. So,
Lady. Oh my God.
what am I saying?
But
it was productive, which was good. But we were sure that we were going to be done by 3, and at 3 is when we were going to like just do a surprise live, and we are going to shoot you a text and let you know.
Robin,
Sarah,
Jasmine, Kathy. Oh my God, I miss you guys so much. Our big plan was to do a surprise Zoom today, and we failed.
Yeah.
Failed.
Oh, Lindsay says she loves your hair.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Lindsay.
Let's give you. Do we want to record a podcast and put this all in there? Because I don't know how much info we have.
I don't know.
Anyway. Let's record a podcast and then we'll talk about hairs and things like that.
Oh my God!
I have something else I want to talk about too.
Really?
So, yeah, man.
More than kittens?
Yeah, man.
Right here.
Okay, ready?
Lady, you shh.
Welcome to episode number 0026 of Back in the Closet with the 2 crazy cat ladies. Guys, it's a Sunday. We're recording. It's been a crazy day. It's been a busy day. It's been a beautiful
day.
It's been a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day in the neighborhood, right? But we've got a cat on the back. Real
Here's my baby cute.
goodness. We good kitties. Kitty zoomies. Kitty zoomies. What's your drinks? Okay. So, so we're live on YouTube, and Lindsay just mentioned that Adrienne's hair looks good. Yesterday, guys, we did our 4th quarantine haircut.
Yes, we did.
And
it was actually 3.5.
Yeah, 3.
Right, because we tried to do like a little trim, and it turned into
it was a disaster.
A
Here's a good tip for the day. If you're going to try to cut your own hair and you don't know how to cut hair, or cut each other's hair and you don't know how to cut hair, don't half-ass it. Like, put all your effort into it.
Go.
Yeah.
Full throttle. Trisha, hello, beautiful. Yeah, so we had our 3, we finished the 3rd haircut.
Well, we went through and did the whole thing kind of over again.
Yeah, it's trim pretty good.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Hers is, and mine is much better too. I can actually wear it down right now. So we're very happy with our haircuts. What I'm not happy about, what I want to talk about before we get to the kitten subject.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
No, it's that, guys, the world is opening up, and I didn't realize how much anxiety this was going to cause me. Yeah. So over this past week, since we spoke with you last, we have now seen 2, 4, 5 of our friends in person. And some of them we were, none of them were we 6 feet apart from
the entire time.
The entire time.
Right. And it's all kitten related, right? Like 2 of our friends are going to be, 2 of our friends are kitty related. The other 2 are kitty related too. They're really good friends of ours, but they lost their very first kitty right around the same time that we lost Mr. Biddles. So
we had them over last night, and there, we had a good time. There wasn't social distancing and things like that, which is fine, right? But and I wasn't thinking about it necessarily at the time.
And they've been quarantined too, so.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's been quarantined kind of, right? And then I saw, but everybody still goes out and does their thing. But then I saw, we saw one of our friends stop by today, one of our dearest friends stop by today. And he's going to be doing some work. He's actually going to help us build a catio. And so that's how it's cat related. He had to pick up some other stuff. Yeah. But he's also going to do some stuff around the house. He's out of work right now, and we need some stuff done. So anyway, after everybody left and I started thinking about it, I started gagging. And that means, like, for Jay, if Jay's gagging, then that means that I'm stressed out. I'm freaking out about something. Stressed to the max. And it's because when I think about it, I don't, because it's so weird, right? Like, it's so weird to be away from everybody for so long, not seeing a single person except for my parents, right? And strangers at the market, right? But but then, like, actually, I feel like I need to be quarantined for another 14 days.
Yep.
Like, it's like I started feeling tired, and I was like, oh my God, have I caught it?
You've caught the COVID.
It's probably the stress that's actually making me tired. Just the stress.
Like COVID.
I smell like COVID. Yeah. I'm gonna cut you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's where I'm at now. I'm a little just a little freaked out about it. Heather said, let's get to the question you asked because the answer is yes. Okay, so the question for today is
to kitten or not to kitten? That is the question.
To kitten or not to kitten?
Oh, y'all.
So yeah, if you guys follow our podcast, if you guys are subscribed and you've listened to the past couple, we've been through a roller coaster over the past couple weeks. After losing one of our sweet
our
kitties,
sweetest, oldest, elder statement.
Yeah, very.
Mr. Biddles of Love.
Very suddenly, and it was heartbreaking. It still is heartbreaking. Jay
started getting the kitten itch about a week after he passed.
Well, no. So let me tell you, it's not that I got the kitten itch. Like I didn't know that it was there. I just actually I was on. You see, I have hair in my eyeball. Thank you. No, it's still there.
Really?
Yeah. I could see.
You have a number of challenges happening on your face right now.
There's just challenge. It's just challenge time. But what happened was I pulled up Instagram to go post something. I don't usually do a lot of scrolling. We don't have time to scroll on our personal Facebook or Instagram.
We need to make time though. That's the truth.
We do. But the first post that popped up, I see whatever's first there, and the first post there were 2 little gray kittens. And our last 2 kittens, so Mr. Biddles, the one that we just lost, was a gray baby. And then the last kitten that we lost, or cat that we lost, was our Scotch boy. And we lost him in December of 2018. And he was almost 22 years old. But so he was with us for a really long time. He was our sweetest, oldest man. And he was also gray. And so I saw these 2 gray kittens. And all of a sudden, I'm like, maybe we should get kittens. And so I saved the post and then I started showing it to her. And then she was like, and then I was talking to everybody about how maybe we should get some kittens. Anyway, those were adopted out. And so it was like, okay, no, this is basically Adrienne's excuse was, this is not this is not how we get kittens, right? When we rescue a cat or a kitten, it is like in need of us for whatever reason. So it's not like we go searching for cats. They come to us in whatever way, shape, or form that is. So I agreed with that and moving along. Then the next day after I agreed with that, our kitten sitter, our pet sitter, and a good friend, she texted us and said, look what happens. I found basically dumped at her on her property were 2 little kittens, a boy and a girl. The boy is gray. The girl is like a calico, which reminds us of the cat that we lost prior to Scotch, which was Mama 3 years prior to him. And they were a bonded pair. And these 2 are a bonded pair. So we were like, okay, so now it is happening the way that it often happens, right? They need a home. They need to stay together. We were looking for kittens. So we were like, maybe. And then Adrienne was like, no, still just not ready, right? Because, I mean, you can't
I feel like it was just way too soon after Mr. Biddles. And Mr. Biddles was my boy. And I just felt like the computer's making a weird noise.
Our computer's been like purring today, and I don't know why it's purring. I rebooted and everything, so
it sounds like the hard drive is rattling.
Geez. So sorry. So if you guys are listening and you hear a purr,
that's what that is.
Well, you can act like it's a cat.
And Dana, like Dana said, so Dana lost a baby like within 24 hours.
Yeah, with us.
Yeah,
Dana and Robin.
She said, I don't think I would get this itch so soon after both Mojo and Deja left me, but I am thinking soon. As soon as I am done babysitting my nephew's
cats.
Where'd it go? I will probably look to get 2 babies.
Yeah.
Dana.
Yeah, see, and so that's kind of how I mean, if you're somebody that does look, which I think is fantastic because that's how like all of these shelter kitties can be adopted, right?
Yeah.
Is for people that are looking to get kitties. But it is kind of this isn't one of those situations. This isn't one of those.
Well, and to be honest, so our pet sitter said that they had a couple people that were like, well, I want the gray one or I want the calico, but they're such a bonded pair and they were feral kitties.
Mm-hmm.
It took them 3-4 days to even like be seen by them. Once they took them in.
Yeah.
So you have fur balls everywhere, all over your face.
Weird.
So she said, I can't separate them. They are a bonded pair. They need to go together. And so nobody that has been willing to take them we'll take both of them together.
Yeah. And of course we want to bonded pair. We want 2 kittens together. If we took in kittens, this is the perfect type of situation is what I'm saying. This is the perfect type of situation, but all of a sudden, even I feel like I'm not ready. And it's like
Roberta said, you'll know when you're ready.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that, so here's where we're at though, is that.
But we weren't ready. This is the other thing. We're never ready. We weren't ready for Friday and Zorro. In fact, and we had no idea that we needed rescuing and that they actually rescued us, right? And
who rescued who?
When we got Friday and Zorro, it literally was one of those situations where we said, I said, I'll take them if, somebody goes and gets them and brings them back, not thinking that would actually happen. But lo and behold, our beautiful VIP, Vicky, from Northern California, drives all the way to Illinois to meet up with our other.
Paula drove
a little bit
too.
To meet our other beautiful VIP who had birthed the kittens, not out of her vagina, but out of a stray cat that she was taking care of, and picked up the kittens and brought them by. So it was like, okay, we're doing it because we said we would. We're doing it. We said we would, so we're doing it. Now that they are the biggest blessings of our lives, like.
I don't know about the biggest, but they are additional beautiful blessings.
Yes, in the past, like
isn't that right?
In the past 2 years, she's hiding in the closet with us. In the past 2 years, they've been the biggest blessing. I mean, still to this day, every day they are like they bring us joy, they bring us laughter.
So much joy.
They're. I mean, we love them. So the whole when you're ready thing, I don't think we know when we're ready. Yeah. And I think they come to us in whatever way. So
and Trisha has a really good question, and that was actually it wasn't just that I wasn't ready or that things weren't coming. I really felt a strong need to take care of, to make sure our other babies are doing okay. And Trisha, to your point, she said, I say don't rush it. When it's meant to be, it will happen. Of course, Mr. Biddles would want you to save more kitties, but also keep in mind how your other kitties are doing.
Yeah.
Are they ready?
Yeah.
And quite honestly, you guys know Pam. I'm actually talking with Pam in my pocket, with our Pooh Bear, because I know that he especially misses Mr. Biddles. And since Mr. Biddles left, I've noticed he's been doing a little more drooling. And it's not really drooling, it's that his little chinny chin seems moist.
And Pooh Bear, for reference, Pooh Bear has an autoimmune disease that has been under control for like a long time, many months. But it's so bad. His disease is so bad that if he gets like too stressed out, he will bleed. His eyes, mouth, ears will
all start bleeding. So he hasn't started bleeding yet.
In his mouth.
And he's doing better than, when we first lost Mr. Biddles, Pooh Bear knew something was off and he started spraying, which is his way of letting us know that he's unhappy in general. So we've spent more time with him outside, and we're, really playing with him as much as he likes to play, and doing the things that we can to help him through this time as well. Yeah. But the little wet chin thing, so I reached out to Pam, and she said, it might be a good time to check for a dental. And it's been a while, since it's been over a year.
Oh yeah.
And
for Pooh Bear, Pooh Bear's one of those cats. Most of you guys probably have a cat that, or have had a cat that is like one of the most impossible to take to the vet. So
it's traumatic.
If it's not absolutely necessary, if there are other things that we can do, then we're going to try to do all of those things.
He's such a little
Even
sweetheart.
Though our advice is never always you want to take your cats for their annual vet visits. You want to make sure that they, all of those things. There are always exceptions to the rule. And I would say Pooh Bear is one of those exceptions.
But I do have to
his
say,
disease is such that something stressful like that actually makes his disease worse.
Right. Well, and Nicole, like you said, Pooh Bear may end up more stressed with new babies. And that was my huge concern. Mm-hmm. Although if we got the kittens, are you okay, COVID? See? If we got the kittens, I just made her choke right before. Right. If you guys saw, I don't know how you guys clicked here, but if you guys saw our still, it's going to be changed very soon, but the still that we took, that you have to take before you go live and then share it with everybody.
she was like, how is it? And I was like, oh, and she was like, is it bad? And I was like, no, you look great. I look like neck.
It was like all
neck.
Drink. Okay, but I do want to say this about Pooh Bear.
And she choked.
Right now during the pandemic, our vet's office, most vet's offices right now are only doing drop-offs. Pooh Bear has shown great improvement, and Pooh Bear is the kind of cat that when they would take him into the back or whatever, and it broke my heart because he would be so uncomfortable, and he's a big cat. He's a 20-pound cat. They would have him toweled, and then they would open the door and just throw him back in at us. And it was like, I can't stand putting him through that. And he's so scared. He'll come and just tuck up underneath me.
This vet didn't do that. But
not this one, no.
Yeah.
But we also have not had to have him taken away from us at the vet. He's okay if one of us, I'm more comfortable than you are, helping them to do what they need to do, whether it's looking in his mouth, taking his temperature, getting his weight. I'm the one that holds him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's been much better, but he also has a heart murmur. Dentals usually require sedation.
Where are you going
so
on this?
My whole point is, yes, we're reaching out to Pam. The whole point is that when it comes to thinking about bringing in new family members, I want to make sure that we're able to responsibly take care of
everyone,
of our current family members, and to feel comfortable that it's not going to make their life less happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so here's the thing. If we take in kittens, it will be just like Friday and Zorro. They will not be exposed to any of our other cats.
Sorry.
They will not be exposed to any of our other cats. Here's some water if you want some water. They will be in the kitten room, in the Kitten Oasis, which we have to set up again because they're in a second. We'll tell you why. But they won't be exposed for quite some time. So it will be, we're going to keep them completely separate until, of course, we can get them tested. And of course, we make sure that they're healthy and all of that and safe and feel good, or whatever, adjusted to us specifically. And that's not going to be for, it would be months probably. Yeah.
Well, probably. And that's what Heather's asking. Are we still kitten sitting tomorrow? So the kittens right now are currently staying with our beautiful human friends she's our pet sitter. Her boyfriend is probably one of the best cat lovers I've ever met in my life. They are extraordinary humans and we love them very much. The kittens though, but they're doing the tiny house life right now.
Yeah.
They're living on this sweet bus. It's a bit small. It's them, their bird, their iguana.
Yeah.
And then these two kittens right now. So the living situation isn't
ideal.
Their favorite, right? And
even he said this isn't the life for kittens, for cats. They really shouldn't.
So, but this whole time that they've had them, it's been over a week now. Yeah. They have been their work schedule has been such that one of them is always there at the bus with them. And the bus does get warm. It's been really warm over so they're able to put out frozen water bottles for them and make sure that they're staying cool and fed regularly. They're kittens, so they need to be fed often. Tomorrow is going to be the first day that they both have to be at work all day. So
we offered to kitten sit.
So we are going to be kitten sitting.
We are kitten sitting tomorrow, which may be like the game changer. One way or the other, I think it is going to be the game changer. Either we continue to kitten sit when they need it, or maybe they live here and then they continue to kitty sit.
We don't know.
So we don't know.
That's why it's kittens or no kittens. That is the question.
Yeah, we have no idea.
And we're both really outrageously indecisive about this one. Where usually one of us has a very strong opinion. Well, and Jay did a week ago.
I did. I was like so sure about before even these kittens. And then when we saw the kittens, I was like, when she sent us the picture, I was like, it's done. It's a done deal. And then the day that we were going to see them, and Adrienne was like, no. And then the day that we were going to see him, you were like, maybe we.
That was because Mr. Biddle's song came on.
Yeah, so we got all these signs, which we believe in signs. We got these signs, and
yeah.
But then I was all of a sudden shut off. I was like, okay, we're not going to get him. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I kind of just built a wall there of the whole thing, and I don't know that I've torn it down completely. Even after meeting them, although I was like head over heels in love, I didn't tear down the wall because I guess maybe I didn't want to get attached because I didn't know where you were going to be. So I'm refusing to. I don't know.
We don't know. But, so we're kitten sitting tomorrow. Thank you, Wendy. She said, love y'all and praying for wisdom. That's what we need.
That's what we need.
We need some wisdom.
We always need wisdom.
Lord have the mercies.
Yes.
It's gonna be, I don't know. We know it. We'll keep you guys posted. I'm not sure. I think that there's so many, like, I am literally on the fence on this one. I'm usually very, like, before meeting them, I was very much like, you know what? There's a lot that we can do to help in their current situation. Like, we can go get them some kitten food and even help them with a vet visit and do whatever they need in their current situation. Their job situation is rough right now.
Yeah.
It's not like
it's all over the place.
It's all over the place. So let's do what we can do to help these kittens, but not necessarily home these kittens.
Right.
And then we met them, and that's thrown more
for you
emotions on it.
We got in the car afterwards. She was like, I think you're using some, she blamed me for it. She was like, I think you're using some reverse psychology on me. And I was like, why? And she's like, because
she said initially, she said, you're doing, she said, what did you say? Reverse osmosis. Oh, I'm not doing reverse osmosis.
And then I was like, oh yeah, it's water.
Because I was like, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing. She's like, I'm not doing reverse osmosis.
Jaisms. Yeah. So, but I literally had just built a wall. I was like, I'm not going to allow myself to get attached to something that I'm not going to, because we don't make like life-changing decisions like that, except for Freddie and Zora, without each other, right?
Well, you did that all on your own. I'll never forget the day that I came home and she said, I told, so Vicky and Paula are in our VIP group, and we got to see these babies be born.
Yeah.
Paula had taken in this feral kitty. She had the whole litter there at the house. And then she was like, she said, I'm going to try to keep Mama because she knows that no one would take Mama. But I need to find homes for the kitties. And she was more rural. All kill shelters. She didn't feel comfortable.
They were overwhelmed.
She couldn't find homes for them. And Vicky said,
and nobody adopts.
I'll take two if Jae and Adrienne will take two. Jay said, okay. I come home from work, and Jay tells me, I told Vicky that if she takes two, we'll take two. And I was like, you did not. She was like, it's not. Don't worry, it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it did, and it happened. So, but it was the best. Like the biggest blessing on the planet still to this day.
Yeah, and I guess it is a lesson in that even if you don't feel that you're ready, sometimes you can handle it. But I don't like making a habit of that. You
don't feel like you're ready for anything ever.
Jay's the type A OCD one, but it takes me a long time to make this. Like, I really have to think through stuff. You
usually think through. You think so long that what I call thought fuck it. She thought fucks it till it's gone. And then there's
that wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. And she's like, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. No, you didn't even make it. Like, you didn't even make a decision. And so it's like, that's why I'm always forced to make these decisions. So I was praying that you are the one that makes the decision, or you are the one that falls in love, or you are the one that's like, okay, maybe. And if I could get that green light from you, then I can tear down my wall and be like, let's do it.
Well, and I think tomorrow's going to be very informative for us.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. And just FYI.
No, clear.
FYI, I am good at making decisions. Like when I moved out to Vegas, I do this thing I call red light, green light, right? Like, here's a situation that's a potential reality, and I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm going to
look at the signs.
Cognizant of red light, green light.
Yeah.
Like it's like when you moved out to Vegas.
Yeah.
There were so many. You can look at factors that are outside of your out of your control, that help figure out where your little bumper boundaries are, and then you find out if you're taking this road or this road.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not the one consciously making the decision.
That's true.
You're doing the red light, green light.
Yeah. When I moved to Vegas, it was like I was down to, like, I had gone through all the interviews at the Wynn Hotel. It was my game changer, right? If I get the job, then I'll go. But then there were like all these like green lights after I had already been like, okay, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. Like, that's a big move. I don't know anybody out there. I'd be moving by myself. Let's stay here. And then I'd be leaving you and all the kitties. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. No. I don't want it. And then the green lights became bright neon green lights. Like,
well, but that's the thing too. Like when we recognize that we're making like a decision that's not based on any sort of information other than something that we think or want.
Well, that's our problem, right? Like, really, that's our problem. Our problem is reading our emotions.
Right.
We can't really read. We don't read our emotions very well.
Yes.
So that's why we have to red light, green light. I haven't thought about that until just now. I think the red light, green light thing is a good idea.
Teresa said, I never planned on keeping Peanut and her kids. Swore I would find them home since I already had 4. It's crazy some days, but I have never regretted keeping them. Yeah. You know what? We almost, today we almost took in a mother and another kitten. When it rains, it pours, you guys.
I'm telling you guys, it was crazy. It's crazy.
We haven't been asked to take cats in.
No, I mean, not by anybody that's close to us, right? Not by anybody that's like here, right? I mean, we have people message us on Facebook on the daily basis being like, can you take these cats? These cats need a home.
But they're in Philadelphia or they're in Montana or something. And it's like, reach out to a best friends affiliate that might be out there or reach out to fosters. You know, there's foster situations. There's so many things.
Yeah.
We do what we can to help, but it's not a reality.
As we're leaving from meeting these kittens, no joke. Like, we just got in the car. We're not even home. We're getting these texts from 2 of our dearest friends here. And they said, hey, our friends found this cat, beautiful, like calico, beautiful cat. And she was pregnant. She had kittens. They found homes fast forward for all of them, but 1. And they, all the kittens, but 1, but they need somebody to take mama. Are you guys open to taking in another cat? And we were like, oh, but an adult cat, now that would be a big stressor for Pooh Bear. I think
an adult mama would be, but then at the same time, I feel like we need to rescue the mama more than anything because it's always going to be more difficult for people. And we at least would have a room that, whatever.
So then we go into this thing. Okay, well, if we get the 2 kittens and a mama who just had her kittens taken away from her, maybe that would be a good thing. Then we have 3 more cats. And that would make 7. And then the 3 kittens would bond, and then the mama could be
for the mama and the baby.
But we know that would never happen if we would never find homes because we are foster failures. And so it was like, what do we do now?
Moments before we came on this,
we got
mama
a text.
And the baby
were both.
The mama and her baby were both taken.
Yes.
By our dear friends, adopted by our dear friend's sister.
Yeah.
Which is just like.
Okay, so we're back to the kittens.
Right? So back to the kittens. And Laura says,
literally, I mean, you guys know when cat people have the biggest hearts, and when you know there's like a cat out there that needs a home, and even if you know that doesn't make sense for your situation, all you can think about is how they need a home, and we need to help find them a home.
Right, and I also think about like first do what's necessary, then do what's possible, and soon you'll be doing the impossible. One of my favorite quotes.
I know it's your favorite quote, but you always stay in the necessary.
Well, but that's the point, right? Like, you got to persevere in the exact fulfillment of the obligations of the moment. It's always going to be necessary.
Right.
But then you'll find out 3 months from now, the obligations of the moment are things that were impossible 3 months prior, right? So it's all about being diligent in the daily. Anyway, so she loves me.
Profound.
She loves
Very
me.
Profound.
Where's the buzzer? But I have no idea what I'm saying now because
I don't either. I don't think anybody does.
Cheers to that.
The first do what's necessary, then do what's possible. Talking about the kitten or the cat that we need to take, or that we needed to take until she was adopted. So
I don't know what I was saying, guys. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so we're still at a standstill. We don't know. We might know by next week at this time.
Who knows?
We might know by tomorrow. We might not. We don't know. What we know is that they are safe. They are being wormed with our products as we speak. BBs. She's which most kittens, especially feral kittens, are going to be infested with worms. That's why even if they have worms or if they don't have worms, most of the veterinarians will will deworm a kitten immediately and then give them all that stuff, right? And we take a holistic approach. Usually we would say let's not worm them until after we find out if they need a wormer, but we have a natural wormer, so it's perfectly safe. And we don't know how to test fecal matter. So we know this is perfectly safe. They have a little, they have their little bellies that are a little bit hard. So they are being wormed. And we also have them on our other antiviral product, which is ViraX, because a lot of kittens right now, especially a lot of cats and kittens, are dealing with respiratory issues. We cleaned his eyes with OxyCat, which he loved.
He was so sweet.
He was skittish, but he let us rub his eyes down with OxyCat, and he loved it. We've got the Virex, so if they have something like leukemia or they have some respiratory issue, we're going to probably be able to kick it out before it becomes full blown, right? Definitely a respiratory issue, but even feline leukemia, we can. So we have all the tools. We have the space. We have everything available.
But I think we're going to see how tomorrow goes. And I really want, it's like tonight, Pam said she's going to help take a look at Pooh Bear tonight to see, because I feel like Pooh Bear let me look in his mouth, and I noticed that he's got some more bumps on the roof of his mouth. So it may not be a dental issue. I didn't see anything wrong with his teeth, but it could be a flare-up where his little ulcers are bothering him in his mouth. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see what's going on with that. And to me, I don't want to throw fire on a flame. I don't want to throw.
You don't want to throw fire on a flame.
Gasoline on Pooh Bear's fire.
Never throw fire on a flame, guys. That's just
don't be a fire thrower. It's rude. It's rude.
So we'll see. That's where we're at.
Everything's up in the air right now.
It's all
and some of it really does depend on just how our boys are doing.
Yeah, how they handle. So I like this. I mean, this is a perfect type of situation
to red light, green light.
We had no idea what the other cats were how they were going to take. I mean, Pooh Bear was worse in his autoimmune disease when we took in the kittens than he is now. That's true. But we didn't know how any of them were going to take to them, and it did take some time, and it took a lot of diligence, and it took a lot of. Pooh Bear
really is he's a big teddy bear.
He is.
And he gets his little zoomies every now and then, and especially with Friday. Friday is like the little flirt.
Yeah.
He loves to
They're
chase
still
Friday
scared. They're still scared of him to this day. They'll play with him a little bit.
They'll give him a wide berth because he's so big. But I've seen them play. They're kind of cute, and they've actually almost cuddled close to each other. So there's definitely no animosity anymore. There's no
animosity in this house.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But we'll see how Kitten Sitting goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're gonna be separated. The cats won't really get to see them. We still have the baby gates though.
She said, "Oh, Maya's at a calico. The baby girl is a calico, and then the little boy kitty is gray and white. He looks just like Scotch boy.
Yeah.
Even down to the dirty gray chin. He looks just like Scotch.
And Scotch never came back to us.
No.
I mean, at least our eyes were open to see.
Your friends who have the kittens said they would keep them if you didn't, right?
Yes.
So Sarah did.
Yes.
And Jerry said they'll find him a different home. So
really?
I don't know. Yeah, when we were there, he said, "Well, if you guys don't take him, we'll find him
that's true.
We'll find him another home."
Yeah, I think they probably would keep him.
I think Sarah wants
as much of a joy as it would be for them. They do know that their current situation is not going to be the best situation for the kitties. And I know that whoever they give these kittens to, they want to be in close contact,
right.
Not like somebody random because they're in love with them and they want to keep them. I just got a random thought because we already named them. At the vet, because we always use my last name at the vet. If we name Kennedy, the girl, we're going to name the girl Kennedy because that's the name I always wanted to name one of my.
You would name your kid Kennedy?
It would be Kennedy, right? So maybe we would have to use your last name and they would be Kennedy LaFave.
I think you're really thinking. So.
I'm overthinking it now.
And you really think
Kennedy Square?
you have decided that is her name? Like whether they keep her or we keep her, that's her name? Like you're going to name her for them?
I asked and she said, yeah, we can name them. I don't know. we could go with like, they had an idea of Will and Grace. And I think that's kind of cute too. But Will, I mean, no cat ever keeps their name, right? Friday and Zorro were named before we ever met them. We named them before we ever met them.
Right. But that made sense. Zorro was named after Zorro that was tragically lost here in our neighborhood, not one of our babies.
Like same day they were born.
Friday was named Friday because all the babies were born on Good Friday. So
yeah.
Right?
Well, and we didn't think we were going to keep them, so we know.
Yeah. I was saying.
Anyway. So I have a Willie. So yeah, Willie. It would be if it was Will, it would be Willie. If it was Kennedy, it would be Ken or Sweet K Girl or, I don't know. What's that sex thing with it has a K in it? It's like something K. It's a gel.
K. What?
They like that. It's like a
KY jelly.
Oh, KY. No.
Nah, bro.
We wouldn't color that.
Nah.
KY, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Kentucky KY.
No. I always thought that you wanted to name your kid Madison.
That's what we were because the last name was gonna be Kennedy, so we were gonna name we were gonna adopt like way back in the day. We were talking about adopting a human child.
Humans.
And I like subscribed
Kenya,
to like
that's
books.
Cute. Cat.
Kenya is cute. Kenya Kennedy, that's cute. I don't know. Maybe she'll give us her name. Maybe it won't be Kennedy. I just thought it was a good idea. Lindsay said because I told her that she said she liked the. Are you gonna listen to me?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway,
that happens.
I thought
sometimes.
Kennedy was a good name. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know anything right now, guys. You know what we need? We need prayers. We need energy. We need whatever it is that you can just like push out in the universe to us, positive thoughts for a clear direction. I guess, we just need clear direction on what we should be doing.
Like these,
because once we know that we should be doing whatever it is, when we know we should be doing it, we do it. We know it's going to be like it will be done. Doesn't matter how many hoops we have to jump through.
Oh, Madison is cute. Maddie for short. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Madison. Baby
so
Madison.
Cute. Y'all.
We don't know. So let's wrap up this episode. We're going to be on Facebook again.
Teresa said if it's meant to be, it will be.
Yeah.
So we'll just see.
Yeah.
What happens.
So anyway, we love you guys and we hope you have a beautiful day, whatever day you're listening. Please do subscribe to our podcast. Give us a review. For those of you guys that haven't given us a review on our podcast, please give us a review that is on Apple and Spotify and all those other podcast platforms. You can check us out on our website at twocrazycatladies.com, TWO crazycatladies.com. And we will see you guys very, very soon.
Love y'all.
That out of my ear. Love you guys.
Hopefully we'll see you guys tonight.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.